Hello Leo, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general collective reading for your sign. Okay, so let's just have a look here. I think the love aspect obviously may be to do with a partner. Because you've got the 8th house here, this is about the nuts and bolts of any kind of close committed relationship. So that can be in a marriage or it can be in a business partnership as well. So it may be coming in for that. But certainly I do feel it is also about love for yourself and what it is that you're doing. And this is why you have the good that you do comes back to you. So there's some aspect of that. I think it's about following what you love and also projecting love into everything you do. So whatever it is that you do in your life, whatever you have an affinity for, or whatever is your profession or your what it is, you know, the actual creation of things, love comes into that. So whatever you can pump love into, whatever it is that you're doing, will show up in whatever it is that you're actually working on. And so that comes in, but it's also very much about self-love. And this is why you have Don't Back Down from Bridget. Stand up for what you believe is right. So this is also a form of self-love, but it's also love for things that are close to your heart, things that matter, and protecting and fighting for those. So let's just start also with the Pisces card, I believe. So this card, this energy that's coming in is the Piscean energy. It's a very watery energy. It's a very spiritual element as well. So all of those aspects may be coming in, emotional depths. It's everything in the unconscious comes up with Pisces. So everything in the background, what makes you tick, what's going on in the background behind the scenes, behind your facade. It's also spiritual depths of all kinds. This can also be about like pursuing your dreams or dreaming a lot, physically actual dreaming, but it's also about your dreams and tapping into that, tapping into the universe, tuning into the universe. It can be about channeling, psychic connection, all the clear senses. All of that can come in with the Pisces side. So that's the deeply spiritual side. It covers Pisces rules the 12th house normally, so that's everything to do with meditation, your spiritual life, mysticism, whatever that may be for you, and also healing, everything to do with that. But also it's about service to others. So this is where I think also again the love comes in. So you may be involved in a profession which is in service to others. So you may be in a healing profession, whether it's traditional or alternative, whatever it is, or you do channeling and healing, or you just have a natural ability like that, and how you go about your normal daily life it comes across as healing for others. So ponder on that and see how that may be coming into your life. But it may also be about finding all of those things within yourself. Perhaps you're changing a career in which you are in service to others. It could also be tapping into a more spiritual aspect of things. But it can also be that you may also need time to just retreat, to spend time on your own, to tap into your dreams and to tap into those divine realms, as it were, and to harness that, because it can also bring in a lot of imagination and inspiration. So people with strong Pisces are often very imaginative, very creative, very artistic. All of those things come in with the beautiful Pisces energy. The other aspect of Pisces is the urge to sort of kind of blend or merge or escape as well, to escape from the pressures around you or from things around you, which is fine if you're going to go on a retreat or a meditation or something like that, but it's not fine if you're going to be relying on escape methods to get out of doing certain things, or to not take on responsibilities, or to face responsibilities. So it can be substances or just any kind of addiction, really. So that's the other side of the Pisces side. It can also be to do with karmic inheritance and karmic resolutions, and meeting karmic people or dealing with karmic things in your life. That can also come up with the Pisces energy. Anything in the unconscious, any patterns, any sort of the hidden realms of you, any programming, any deep fears, all of these things are governed by this 12th house energy, which is governed by Pisces. It's also very much about it can bring in the sort of connections with other soul partners or karmic partners, and in some cases twin flames. So it depends where you are with that. So it's got a very strong spiritual element, and then it's got the other more practical element, which sometimes can manifest as sort of self-undoing or self-sabotage. So just see how that comes in for you. Here we've got Una, easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So whatever it is that's going on, we're going to get to that now. It's saying that, pursuing something that's important in your life, pursuing that, nurturing that, going after that takes time, it takes effort, it's consistent effort, and it deserves your full attention. So this is about nurturing your goals, nurturing your relationships, your special people or your special someone or those around you, nurturing your causes, things that are important to you. And you've got Bridget, don't back down here. So there's some aspect of this coming in. This is about sticking hard and fast to what's important to you and standing up for that. But just be aware that there's no need to force. You don't need to be a blunt instrument. Just work steadily towards what you're doing, but just know that everything is working out. Divine timing is at play. And then just to go easy with things, use your senses to follow the trends and the patterns and how things are moving, and just know that you will be guided through whatever is coming up for you. So now in the 8th house, this is everything to do with finance. So it's big finance. It's normally accounting, banking, tax, investments, insurances, and it can also be to do with assets, things like that. It can also be to do, in some cases, with inheritance or with legacies, whether you are creating a legacy or you are benefiting from one. And it's also about the coming together, the merging of a committed relationship, whether that is like a marriage or whether it's a business partner. It's the coming together of that and how that's going to happen, the material and the emotional resources, bringing those two together. It does cover endings and beginnings. So this can be the ending of one chapter and the beginning of another, or it can be the ending of something and the beginning of another, or it can be a cycle shift. So something is changing gears, going from where it was into a new direction or a new gear. So and it's that kind of transition that you go through in that process. It can also be about regeneration and renewal. So this may be within a relationship. This may be the regeneration or the renewal of something, or something that was thought to be over gets a boost and comes up again like a phoenix. And this can also apply to your finances, obviously, as well. And also birth does come into this. So this death and birth. So the death is normally symbolic. It's usually an ego death of some sort, some aspect of your character or your personality or your deep inner programming kind of falls away to make way for something new. And it's also about psychic development and so on. So that may very well tie in with the Pisces energy as well. So you may just notice that you're becoming sharper, more attuned in, and just know certain things, It can also be about the birthing of something, whether this is a creative project or birthing something new, whether it's come from something that was old or it's a brand new thing. And all of these aspects come in with the 8th house. So now we've got here Mercury mind. So you're getting some news or something is coming in, and it could very well be this, which was the 6 of spring. Wonderful news is on its way, because Mercury is the messenger of the gods. Okay, so Mercury is bringing you some kind of message, or it could even be document or contract related, but it's normally messages. It's communication of some sort. So it's saying here, wonderful news is on its way, smart choices that bring rewards, success and public recognition. So we'll get to the success and public recognition. So I do feel it's something to do with finance, or some sort of boost, some sort of resource is available to you, but it could also be news which then propels you in a certain direction, which brings you the abundance. So so it's news related, it's information related, it's communication related. Mercury can also rule electronics and the internet, so you may be doing research. Because you've got here Diana focused intention, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings and actions focused on your target and you will make your mark. So whatever comes to you, whatever comes out of this situation, make sure that you're putting it to your benefit. Make sure that you are, whatever it may be, whether it's relationship, actual love relationship based, or whether it's monetary based, or maybe it's to do with a partnership, whether it's marriage or a committed partnership, a committed relationship, or it's a business venture. Something is coming in, and it's saying that, whatever you're trying to manifest here, just make sure you have focused intention. Draw back your bow with your arrow in the right place, and it's that tension as you draw it back and take your aim. That is the focused intention. So make sure that your intentions are aligned with what is the best for you and maybe a partner or your person, or just in your life in general, whatever's the situation here, whether you are starting or ending something, just see how it goes. But it's about that. It's that inflow of communication. It can also be truth coming in. Sometimes it can be a truth is delivered, or it could be document or contract related, as I said. It can also be sometimes vehicle related as well, like a car. So just see, what comes up for you, but it's all about information, and it's the dissemination of information, whether it's coming to you or you are giving it out, and it's research. It's analyzing things. It's using your mental faculties to hone in on what is important and what needs to be done, decisions that need to be made. It's about being shrewd, about walking your talk, about using those mental faculties to decide on a course of action, or to weigh things up and to move forward from there. So as I said, focused intention, very important. Make sure that you have your priorities right, and that you are locking in on those, and just keep going, and keep your eyes trained on that goal, whatever is your goal here in the 8th house, and you will make your mark. Then we've got here and so also just looking at the 6th of autumn here, the good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely, or repaying a debt. So just make sure that whatever financial situation is going on here in your 8th house, that as I said, you're putting it to good use, and that is either repaying a debt or using the money wisely, or if you're going to be applying for finance, possibly, this is where the contract and the documentation may come in. So just make sure that you are going through those papers very carefully, and making sure that you are making the right decisions here, and follow your truth as well, so that you and make sure that some of that is going to help others, whether it's to a charity or to a cause, or whatever is coming up for you in your 8th house. Then 10th house, the world. So this deals with career, it deals with fame, reputation, and public status. So it can also be an authority figure in your life, or it can be an authoritative institution. So this can be like banking, or the military, or government, or like a learning institution like a university or something like that. So it just depends on what is applicable for you. So and it's got that whole, it's everything outside of the home is covered by the 10th house, and it's also what you're kind of looking up to, or what you're aiming for. It's always at the top of your chart, your zodiac chart, and it's about what you're heading towards, and how you are, how you are projecting yourself in the outside world, and so how other people see you. So this is where your public status comes in. So your public status, if you're going into a partnership now, a business partnership, or even a love relationship, then your public status will change. You will go from whatever you were before into whatever you are moving into here. So that may be applicable. But now with this coming up, you've got South Node, Lights, Debts. So there is some baggage that needs to be let go of here. So whether this is emotional baggage or whether it's issues from the past to do with career or reputation or to do with your public status, something from the past, or could be a number of things from the past, need to be let go of now. So this could be things that just never got resolved or never got sorted out, and they just kind of disappeared into the woodwork, but they've been mouldering away there. Those things need to be resolved and cleared away, because you won't be able to move forward really, really well unless you let go of those things. So if you have already been doing this, then keep going, because this is where your success is going to come in. And this is why you've got Bridget, don't back down here. Stand up for what you believe is right. Okay. So whatever is close to your heart, what is the most important thing for you, and taking all things into account, what is it feels right to you, and then implement it. But as I said, there will be some things you need to let go of, whether these are situations that you've outgrown, whether it's relationships or workplaces or careers or professions, whatever it may be. This will not be comfortable. Letting go of this. This can be old structures and systems and things that you've had in your life, support systems. It could even be relationships. Letting go of those in order to move forward. But because this falls in the career, fame, reputation, and public status, or even authority institutions, something you need to let go of now. Some aspect of your life is no longer serving you. And you need to tie up loose ends, sort things out, and resolve so that you can move forward. And in some cases, it's just dropping the baggage. You know, if you're carrying around a lot of emotional baggage to do with certain things that have gone down, then do the inner work. Seek help if you need to actually overcome those things and move forward. As I said, you may have already been doing this, and just to say that, make sure that you've cleared everything up, because you will get your success. And so this can be like an epiphany, actually. This can bring an epiphany or some kind of really massive realization where you suddenly change, a turning point, basically, where you go from literally going in one direction, you shift and you change and go in the next direction. But it's that turning of your ship from one direction to the other, which can be sometimes quite difficult. It depends on how entrenched you are with the past, and how many things you need to resolve, to sort out. So it's a very personal situation which you will have to tackle. But it's your willingness to do it. Your being very clear about what it is that you want, and what it is you want to move towards. It's basically moving towards your future. That is what this is doing. So you're closing doors. You may find that some doors just suddenly slam shut for you, and you cannot open them again. Now, this could be career related. Many people around the world are doing this. They are literally going from having one profession into another, or they're having to change their entire structure or belief system to actually incorporate a new direction. And this is very necessary. This is the power of the point of where that we are in the world now. We're at a very, very powerful point in our lives, all of us. We're all facing the same thing. So this is about letting go of what no longer serves you, what is not right for you anymore, so that you can move forward into your future, what you came here to do. You know, this is about grasping that with both hands, but you must resolve and tie off loose ends, get closure. And as I said, if some doors slam shut here, move on. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. So this is about following what is really close to your heart. What drives you? What gets you up in the day? What is inspirational for you? What you dearly love? You know, and this is why you've got love here. Why are you going after that particular thing? Is it aligned with your value systems now? As I said, most of us are having changes of value systems, where things that were seen to be important, material things that seemed to be important before, just have fallen away. And everybody's realigning, and now it's about what you can do, what skills you can bring to the world. How can you manifest the world you want to live in? And it's going to be a much kinder and much brighter world. But you have to bring your expertise and your talents and your capabilities to the table. But it's about following your heart, following what is really dear to you, and what is, like I said, what inspires you, what gets you up in the morning to move forward. And defend that. Stand up for it. Show up for yourself. Love yourself. Show up for yourself. Show up for defend what it is that you're doing here, and defend your interests, because it's the right thing to do. Then we've got here 9th house. So the 9th house is everything to do with It covers many things, the ninth house. It covers adventure, exploration, and foreign things, and also international travel can come up with this card. So you may be aiming for that, or you may be wanting to do that at this time. You may be wanting to travel specifically to achieve something. And it can also be about this is about tapping into your intuition. That's what the ninth house is very much about. It's about prophecy. It's about intuition and the processes that go on within you when you are tapping into your intuition. So your intuition is going to be high at this time. It's about also brings in the law and legal things. The higher courts come in with this energy. It covers things like further education and study. So this could be university level education or adult education. So as I said to you, with the 10th house here, also you may have had a brush with that if it's an institution or an authoritative body, like an institution, an educational institution that you've been involved in. Okay. So it depends on your situation. You may be letting go of a particular form of study which you've been doing, and now you're going in a completely different direction. And it's standing up for that, what's right for you. Or it could be a legal issue you're going through, or it could be that you are involved in projecting information outwards, and this can be in the form of teaching. It can also be in the form of public relations and publishing, anything to do with the public, like PR or promotional work of all kinds. It's also the house of, religion, belief systems, and things like that. The search for meaning and the search for truth and understanding or inner standing, and seeking the truth out in that. And you've got a Mercury there, which is going to help you with that. Okay, you're going to be able to be discerning. That's what the Mercury energy is about, discerning. So that's very much coming in with the 9th house. All of those aspects are coming in. So you kind of got to discern now for yourself what is actually, what is truthfully going on in your environment, and what you have believed in the past, whatever belief system or whoever you believed in or whatever you believed in before, may be undergoing a very rapid and a bit of a abrupt shift in direction here. So you may just find that certain things news is coming to you, or understanding or understandings are coming to you, and you're now realizing that whatever you were tuned into before has shifted, and now you're having to reevaluate all of that. So it's about really locking into your intuition and doing, looking this up and following those guideposts for yourself. We've got Chiron healing. So this is about also releasing certain things from it's like your programming, things that have occurred in your life. Now, this can also be past life, but it can also be to do with your current life, where you have had experiences, or maybe one experience or repeated experiences which have got a similar feel about them, and they were, the first time it happened, it was painful. It could have been a physical injury, or it could have been some sort of wounding or betrayal, or some kind of shock to the system, or some kind of loss, or just some kind of painful experience from the past. It may have only happened once and now it's coming up again, or it may have happened in various ways, but it's got a similar feeling and it rises up in you, and that's that like feeling, oh no, this is happening again, that kind of feeling. So this is about examining, going back to the original event, the first time it happened, and examining everything around that what went down there, whether it's a physical injury or emotional or whatever it may be, examining everything around that, what was actually going on around you at that time. Because often physical manifestations come from the emotional dis-ease or disharmony or shock. So all of that comes in, and once you've brought it into the light, because you can't suppress these things, you have to deal with them. So this is where again the South Node life's debts are coming in. Could be things that you've suppressed from the past, issues that occurred and they're coming up again, or the feelings are coming up again. You need to air them. Don't be afraid. All right, don't be afraid. Pull them up, examine them, bring them into the light, examine them. And as soon as you bring them into the light, most often they lose that fearsome quality or that deep dread, because you're bringing it into the light. You're not trying to feel these things out in the dark. Bring them into the light, or open the wound up to let the light in so that you can examine it and you can see it very clearly and acknowledge that it's had a part in your life. It's created you, it's shaped you exactly how you are now. And all of that has been for a purpose and for a reason. So that event or those series of events all shaped you, or all purposeful, or all necessary, however painful they may have been. So forgive the situation, forgive yourself, release your energy from there, from being trapped in there, because this can drain your energy. Lots of things that happened in the past, you've buried them away, forgotten about them, or tried to forget about them, but they always reappear until you deal with them. So Chiron healing is all about that, the wounded healer, and wisdom through pain. That's what this is about. So experiences, whatever went down, and the attitudes that have come up in you around that. And it's freeing yourself from that. That's what you would be doing. It's also about natural therapies and so on. And this can be all natural therapies, whether it's homeopathy, chiropractic, naturopathy, all of these things. You may be wanting to learn about these now because it's 9th house. It's about higher learning. So all of these things may be coming, or you may just be using it within yourself. It may be something that you intuitively are guided to do, and it's going to help you. And as you overcome these things, then you can help others. This is universal knowledge. Once you have overcome something, it goes into the great library of universal knowledge, and others can then tap in and follow your lead. So learning is hugely important. Overcoming things is hugely important. Even though you may think that people don't notice or don't realize that you've been in pain, the universe knows. Okay. So all of these things are important, but it can also be about spending time in nature, very, very important. So you may have to travel to do that, long distance or international travel, or you may go on an adventure or spending time in nature, which is adventurous for you, traveling and so on. But it can also be the reaching and the searching for knowledge, or the dissemination of knowledge. All of these things may come in. You may have had a legal wounding, some legal issue which is now reappearing again for you to deal with. All of these things can come in. It's also about you may be learning about the natural things and then be wanting to sort of teach those or make a career out of them and so on. Whatever it is. It can also be medicinal or remedy based. It also may be that there may be sort of some unexpected issue coming up to do with visiting a facility of some sort. Now, but being in nature and being close to nature and working with the powers of nature is going to be very, very important to help you through this process of putting things to bed, which is very much a South Node thing, releasing the past. Now, at the top here, we've got Rhiannon Sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So right off the bat, have very clear intentions, pure and clear intentions about what it is that you want to do, the power of everything that we've discussed. It's coming specifically in your 9th house, so there may be something which you are intending, whether you want to travel to receive healing for something, or you want to learn something. It could just be visiting a really spiritual or natural place that you want to go to for healing, whether it's spa baths or natural lakes or hot springs, whatever it may be. But it could also be visiting an institution of some sort to learn something, or whatever it is that you are trying to achieve here in the 9th house. It could be a legal thing. It's about your intentions, okay, are going to be very important. But this is also about you accessing your magical abilities, and this is why you have the 9th house, which is about tapping into your intuition and using that, your faith, your wisdom, your seeking of truth, and learning, higher learning. And then disseminating that information outwards to help others. Spending time in nature again has come up again. So obviously very important for you to do that. You're going to get a tremendous amount of understanding through natural things or spending time in nature. Very supportive energies. But everybody has magical powers. We all do. So, your magical power may be an affinity with healing, or it may be to do with helping others in certain situations, or it may be to do with legal things. You may have a power, something that you have an affinity for, and it's about service to others as well, helping others, which is why you have Pisces here, service to others. And, manifesting all of that. But you can manifest it for yourself, but have clear and pure intentions about what it is that you want to do. And then you create your reality around that. And, using your magical abilities, you're harnessing that. We all have our particular skills and talents, which we can manipulate. Full moon may be important for you as well at this time. Okay, Leo, I hope you enjoyed that. Just to reiterate again, wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public recognition. So something coming in for you there. And then here, the good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely, or repaying a debt. Okay, have a wonderful, wonderful month. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. And take care, and I will see you next time.